Welcome back to Upfront. Our conversation continues now with Governor Evers. A few more questions to ask you. We talk a lot about your relationship with Republicans, and I think this is something interesting to bring up. You wrote a letter to Republicans and you assigned them some homework of passing legislation that didn't go over very well. I know Fitzgerald called it condescending and ridiculous. Were you expecting that reaction?
No. No. We need to all take a deep breath at some point in time. I didn't do it in terms of, this is what you have to do, this is homework, you've been naughty, whatever. It's just me trying to express myself in a teacher's voice, and some of them took it seriously. I think it was, I'd say it was an overreaction, but that happens. I'm not concerned about his response. It's not that I blow it off, but I'm not, it's politics.
What do you think about your relationship now?
I think it's okay. I mean, we have meetings, we talk, and they talk about what they're trying to accomplish. We do the same thing, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do, and I need to do what I need to do. And so there seems to be some interest and some bipartisan support around the agriculture issues that I talked about in the state of the state, but we have to find those places, and there, frankly, there's been few and far between. When we had the budget, we set a high bar, and we accomplished as much as we could in that period of time, and so I feel good about that. It was a bipartisan solution, but it wasn't necessarily people hammering out something. It was setting some goals and having conversations about that.
Something else you mentioned in the State of the State, student loans. You're creating a task force on student debt in Wisconsin. What do you want to see come out of that? Because that's something massive to tackle. Oh,
it is, and there's some federal pieces that are part of it. But I'm open to all ideas here because it is massive, and it's now becoming a multi-generational thing where your children's debt becomes your debt as you get older because you still have that similar responsibility. So it's a multi-generational thing. It impacts our economy. Whatever, it's a good starting point. I'm open to any suggestions. We're going to bring good people together with some good thinking. Kathy Blumenfeld, who is head of our Department of Financial Institutions, is going to be heading that out. So we're looking forward to some good answers.
We're in 2020 now. You just had your second State of the State. I'm curious, how would you grade yourself as governor so far?
Well, I've been asked that before, and I always say incomplete. I mean, certainly, I would love to have accomplished more things, but I think we've built a basis for good opportunities for the people of Wisconsin going forward, attacking some issues that are really important, and we're now talking about obviously gerrymandering and ag and some other issues. So I think an incomplete is something that I would give myself, but I also didn't think I was going to change the world in 1 year either. So at the end of 4 years, I'll be able to have a good grade.
What about 1 to 10 if we're not talking grades?
Oh my gosh, don't do it. It's still incomplete. You're not going to get me to do anything else but incomplete.
All right, thank you, Governor. We appreciate your time.
You bet. Thanks.
My interview with the governor continues now on our website, where we're talking about his ideas to tackle the problem of youth vaping. You can find that on the Upfront section of WISN.com. Coming up next, the race for Milwaukee County Executive in turmoil. 2 candidates told they can't be on the ballot. I'll talk to candidate Chris Larson, who says everyone should be allowed to run. That's coming up next on Upfront.